Welcome to my updated vestibular activities for kids. I did this video several years ago and I was looking through all of my videos and I was not satisfied with that video at all. So I hope this video will be more informative. I have a lot of visuals and I hope you learn a lot from it. And I'm going to start with a yoga ball. I love these chairs. This is just a ball chair that I get off of Amazon. But the ball, just get a yoga ball from Walmart. I believe they're still $7.95. So get a yoga ball, okay? So you don't have to worry about the weight and it bursting if you just use a regular ball. Yoga ball from Walmart. Dr. McStuffins is going to help me with this. So right now I have in mind a baby because I treat kids from birth to 21 years old. If you have a baby and their motor skills are really delayed, you still want them moving. Vestibular input, which is our sense of motion based on our head position and gravity, it is really good for brain development. So if you have a child that's not crawling, they're not sitting up, they're not getting that input, get a yoga ball. Put them on this ball. You can put them on their tummy and you just rock them forward and backwards. A lot of times I will turn on Nursery Rhymes and I'll do this when I'm treating babies and the parent is right there with me, and everything that I just explained to you, I explained to my parent. The importance of getting this vestibular input, okay? You could sit them upright, just support them around their trunk. You can bounce them. You can still move them side to side. So this is really good. It can work on a lot of things depending on the age of the child and what they can do. If they don't have head control, then just do the position where they're on their belly, okay? For older kids, thank you, Dr. McStuffins. She's so cute. For the older kids, okay, with this, create an obstacle course. I love obstacle courses, okay? Everything that I'm recommending, it's very inexpensive. So with your older kids, they can use this as a part of an obstacle course. That's why I have this mat right here. You don't have to have this mat, but I have it at the clinic. So let's say if you wanted to do a 3-step obstacle course. So maybe the first step I would have them do is use a tunnel, okay? You can get this from Walmart. I believe it's $11.99. It's under $20. So you would have the child go through the tunnel, have them roll on the mat, and then have them sit on this therapy ball, okay? So all of this is vestibular input, and have them toss some bean bags. They can even bend down and get them. You can also have the child get on their belly and toss it in. Have your child help you clean up. When they are bending down to pick up things from the floor, they're getting vestibular input because it's based on the position of your head as well. It's not just jumping, but the change in the position of your head, you're getting vestibular input. So have them help you clean up. Let's see. This can be a part of your obstacle course or maybe not. But I love this, this sit and spin. It also, it has music to it. There you go. And the kids really love it. They have to sit on here, cross their legs, and they basically turn themselves. All right, I got this from Walmart for $29.99. This right here, this is, you could call this a move and sit cushion, a wiggle seat. Physical therapists, they may use this for balance to stand on, but for OTs, we typically use this to help a child stay seated for a longer period of time. This is really good for kids who are always on the go. They're always fidgeting, they're always moving. When I worked in the schools, this was an item that the principal was always on board with purchasing this because they last a very long time. They used to be $35 to $40, and now you could get them for $20. Go on Amazon. They even have it in a wedge form, so if your child has some issues with their posture, you could get the wedge. But it just has a little bit of air in it, and the child will sit for a longer period of time because they're getting that movement. And that's a vestibular issue with a child that is always on the go. They're seeking that vestibular input. So I love this. So now I'm going to go into some things that are more technical. You will have to be under the supervision of an occupational therapist or a licensed professional that is certified in these two things. I do have a video where I am explaining therapeutic listening in detail. Please check out that video. The headphones are cheaper than what they used to be. When I did the video, the headphones were, I believe, $150. They were made by Sennheiser. They discontinued those headphones, and so now they have this version, and these are $89. Okay, and then the music is separate. You can rent the music. I don't want to go into too much detail, but this is for vestibular input. So there are a lot of ways you can get this input that your child or an older child or an adult needs. I'm actually putting myself back on the therapeutic listening because my sleep has gotten disturbed. And so that's what therapeutic listening. I do that to get that vestibular input. When a child comes in that I'm treating, I won't use all of these things, but this is just a variety of things that I may pick and choose. So therapeutic listening, check that video out. It's good for vestibular input and addresses a lot of other issues. Okay, the Astronaut Protocol. So this is the Astronaut Protocol, and what you are hearing is the sound activation album that goes along with this protocol. The child would be sitting on this turntable, okay? They would be sitting upright with their legs crossed, and you would rotate them. Boom. And there are markers, sound markers. Boom. Boom. And this is to ensure that you're spinning the child at an appropriate rate.
Clockwise rotation and sitting.
And so then you would go clockwise. Usually it starts out counterclockwise. So I just wanted to show you another way to get vestibular input. Of course, you need to be under the supervision of a professional who is certified in this protocol. Last but not least, swings. Take your child to the playground. If you have a swing in your backyard, that's all the better. But swinging, that's that vestibular input. You can do linear swinging. This is on a spinner. So if your child, if they have a history of seizures, I typically don't spin kids because that can elicit a seizure, but that's not with all kids. I had a kid that he had severe epilepsy, but spinning never elicited a seizure, okay? But just as a rule of thumb, we don't spin kids that have a history of seizures. And you can use a variety of swings. The platform swing, they're getting vestibular input on this, and they're also working on their core. So many things you can do so your child can get that vestibular input. I think that is it. I showed you everything that I do at the clinic to get vestibular input. So be careful. Safety is always first. And I think that's it. And I believe that this video is going to be so much better than the one that I put out years ago. All right, I will see you all soon. Oh, let me tell you all. So on Wednesday nights, I just started doing live streams every Wednesday at 6:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm just doing just like maybe a 30-minute, maybe 45-minute live stream. I'm going to have a topic every Wednesday, so that will be the first part of the live stream, and then the latter half of the live stream, I will take questions about anything pertaining to pediatric occupational therapy. So I hope to see you soon. Join me on my lives and check out my other videos.